Hello guys, welcome back to Unique and Healthy Recipes. Today we are making bathing bar soap with shea butter, turmeric as the major ingredients in today's formulation. You are welcome guys. Alright, so the first thing you have to do is to wear your hand gloves because we are going to be working with caustic soda. And of course we know already that caustic soda is highly corrosive. So you have to protect your hands by wearing your hand gloves. Okay, so when you are done wearing, then let me let you know the ingredients we are using today. Caustic soda. This is the first ingredient and is 125 grams, about 4 spoons. Then I have my palm kernel oil, 400 mils. I'm mixing oils today. Now this is coconut oil and it's 100 mils. I have glycerin. I'll be using 2 spoons, and turmeric powder also I'll be using 2 spoons. Then my water is 100 mils. Now that small container is my fragrance, and now I have shea butter. Then the colorant I intended to use, but I didn't use it at the end of the video. Okay, so this shea butter, we're going to melt the shea butter. Now this is the melted shea butter, and then we are going to keep it down because I'll be mixing all the oils together before I start the production. So the first thing to do is to use the 100 mils of water to dissolve our caustic soda. As usual, the first thing is pour the water into the bowl before you add caustic soda. Do not make the mistake of pouring water on top of caustic soda. That is very dangerous. It's highly reactive. So you stir to dissolve the caustic soda and release the heat out of the bowl. So when you have done that, then you keep the bowl aside and start mixing all the oils together. Now the oils that we are using for this bathing soap: palm kernel oil, coconut oil, shea butter, and I'm having glycerin. These are the oils. You have to add all of them together before we go into production. So first I pour in my coconut oil into the bigger bowl containing the palm kernel oil. Then after that I pour in my melted shea butter into the oil. Pour in the shea butter. That shea butter is 100 mils. So the next thing, I have to measure my 2 spoons of glycerin and also add to the oil. Now the reason why I'm doing this is because when you start stirring, the mixture will start solidifying immediately, and that may not give you the kind of result that you will like. So it is better you mix everything together to avoid taking them one after the other and be adding to the soap mixture. Alright, so now that I've done that, the next thing I want to do is to dissolve my turmeric. I took 2 spoons of turmeric, and because of the color of turmeric, I decided not to use the colorant again. If you are making without turmeric, you can add any color you like. But you see, turmeric on its own has a very beautiful color. So there is no point using the colorant, because aside from making it beautiful, there is no other function of the colorant that I would have added. So I put the colorant aside and make do with the color of the turmeric, which is very golden and very beautiful. So after dissolving the turmeric, I started adding the oil to the bowl, and you can see immediately the reaction that is taking place. The soap is being formed. So you keep adding and stirring, keep adding and stirring, so that every part of it will be, mixed up properly. Now when you are pouring, okay, I decided to add my fragrance because of the same reason. I don't want to wait till the end, so that the fragrance can really touch every part of the dough, of the soap mixture as I'm mixing it. So I continue adding the oil. Now it will get to a point, you look at the viscosity of the soap that is formed. It is not compulsory that you must finish the oil that you measured out. Just be checking what you are mixing. If the viscosity is fine, you can stop. But if you say you must finish the oil, it will end up being oily and may not dry, and the soap bar may be very soft. So I stopped adding. I have a little quantity of oil left, but the viscosity I'm seeing is fine for me, so I stopped there. So now I pour into my mold. At this point, if you don't have this kind of mold, you can, if you don't have silicone mold, you can improvise. You can use your flat takeaway plate to mold your soap. You can use a kind of plywood, ask the carpenters to make mold for you, and you can use even aluminium, any kind of material that you want to. If you don't have silicone mold, you can use any of them as an improvised one. Okay, so after pouring the soap into the mold, you have to adjust the edges so that everything will be smooth, and then we are going to leave the soap for some hours to allow it to dry. Then after 4 hours, this is what we have got. Is dry, but not completely dry at this point. I only unmolded it so that I can keep it outside, not outside the compound, but in a place where it can dry properly. So I'm going to leave it for like 3 weeks to cure, so that before using it, because if you use it directly like this, the reagents are still very, very hot and reactive. So you have to allow it to cure for 3 weeks before you start using. Thank you guys for always clicking on my video. God bless you.